Alright everybody, how are we doing? Welcome to a beautiful little evening here in Vietnam. Now tonight we've come to this little junction. We've come for some food. We're going to show you what makes Vietnam special. Now the first spot we're going to check out is just here. We come here so often, really good spot. We're going to get some Thit Nuong. So let's jump in. Hello, xin chào. Tôi muốn hai tô Thit Nuong. Now she knows our order by now because we've come so often, and let me tell you, this Thit Nuong in particular is really good. So I'll see if I can watch her make this. So Thit Nuong starts with the bun, which is the rice noodles, the cold rice noodles. So they go in there, and then all the fresh veg goes in. This is like cucumber, lettuce, coriander, all freshly cut up. It smells well good around here. It smells bloody really good. I think it's the grilled pork that I can smell. So there's all kinds going in here. What have we got next? This is the name of the cha lua. So you'll see here we've got two different, I'm going to call them like cold cuts. This is the cha. So it's like the grey Vietnamese sausage, and then this is like the sour nem, like the sour Vietnamese sausage. And this stuff is so good, and this lady in particular does the best. It's the most delicious. She cuts two of them in as well. There we go. And honestly, it's so good, that stuff. And then here's the grilled pork. She's got all the grilled pork sticks in there. What is this? Thit. Oh, I don't know. I forgot the name. This is really good. Nuong. And then we got the, they're almost like pork steaks down there, like super thin pork steaks that she's grilled. She's pre-grilled those, and she must like pound them flat before grilling them because they're super thin. And I've just got to show you, we've got a special guest. Hello. I'll try and show you then dogs after if they come by. It looks like a ball sack. Oh, this is the carrot and papaya. Honestly, it's so good here. And then here in central Vietnam we have the peanut sauce. So it's different than other regions. Every region's different. Peanut sauce and then the fish sauce spiked with chili. Wow, that looks good. There's a few more bits to go, and we've got crushed peanuts. What do you call these? Okay. This is when I need to speak better Vietnamese. Đào. Đào. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, this is cuốn nem.
Cái này ram. Ram, bánh ram á.
Okay. I think these are like thin rice paper sheets that they fry, and then they go super crispy and they crunch them on top. So here we go. Look where we're sitting. This is like prime Vietnam. This is like quintessential Vietnam street food. Oh, I'm sat on the fan. The very best you're gonna get.
I'm so excited. That looks so good. Look
Looks
how
good, doesn't it?
beautiful that is, that whole food.
Oh, it almost looks too good to eat, doesn't it? Like you don't want to eat it. Wow. And then on the side, go on.
Like a ruby.
How good's the name here?
Like a quartz. It's so good.
That's the jewel of the dish.
Yes. It's incredible. It's so sweet.
So we've also got on the side these little garlics. They're tiny, aren't they? So you can just eat those raw, and then the green chilies. So more of this like almost chili jam to throw in, which I probably will throw some of that in actually because it's really good. And then but I've got one gripe with this lady, and it's the chopsticks, the wooden ones, and they're a bit splintery. So I mean, I've never cut my mouth, but it just makes me feel a bit stressed. It is what it is. Please can I have some of that? That's my one gripe, yeah. One room for improvement here. Now this, honestly, this stuff's well good. Just throw it on. I'll give it a mix through.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, that's it. Perfect. Thank you. So what I'll do is mix this through quick, and then I'll just give it a quick taste for you, and then we'll move on. Right, so we'll mix this up now. Now this is actually the hardest part because there's so much going on in this bowl. They fill it far too much. But if I can, underneath, I'm really bad at this. Is like the worst part of this for me. I'm just not efficient at mixing, but you can see underneath is like a base layer of just pure like veg and all the goodness. So I'll give it a good mix through. Like I said, I'm pretty much useless at this, so I'm going to actually jump back in a minute because I'm just so bad at it. So we give it a good mix through. Now let's give it a taste for you. Look how good it looks. Big bowl as well. So I'm going to have to jump in on some of that neem because believe me, it's so good. It's like sour black pepper spiked pork. It's almost a little sweet. It is sweet, a little bit sweet. It's really, really good. And some veg and some of the noodles, if we can. Some of those crunchy bits. Oh, it's well delicious. And there's 4 different types of meat in there. So we've also got the, like, let's try and get this for you. Grilled pork on the stick. Forgot what they call that. We've got the char, like the Vietnamese sausage. It's well good. Those crunchy fried rice paper bits and peanuts are well good. They had a crunch. It's a really nice, fresh, cold dish, Thit Nuong. If you haven't eaten this, well, yeah, if you haven't eaten it, just make sure you go and try this dish. It's so good. So fresh. Such a good cold noodle dish. All this herbage. Fantastic. Mint in there. And that. Try and show this up. Super thin pork, full of flavour. You've got to love it. Our lady is just out here in her pyjamas, rustling up some delicious street food. She knows what she's doing. Super that way. Oh. Hard getting off them little red chairs sometimes, I tell you. Okay, bao nhiêu? 50. 6 mùi. So that, cảm ơn. Okay, goodbye. That is 30,000 a bowl, which is just so good for how much meat you get, for how delicious it is. Really good little spot. So now we're gonna head, believe it or not, there, literally just across the junction, to a little noodle soup shop. And there's no one there tonight. I think we're a bit early, so we just need to cross the road and get over there. Which, in a small town in Vietnam, isn't too bad. There's still traffic, but it's a lot milder. Still gotta look where you're going though. So this is where we're headed. But as you can see, there's stuff everywhere. Like, this is just a tiny little junction, not even a main road, and there's just food everywhere, delicious food. So let's go over here. So this is spot number 2. Cao Anh, hello. And this man sells loads of delicious noodle soups and come here. Tôi muốn một cua, bún cua. Okay. We're gonna get one noodle soup with, he like cuts up those crab balls and puts it in. It's really delicious, you'll see. We'll just watch. Got some tunes next door. Some bad tunes. So he just throws the rice noodles in there, they just get the blanch. And then I'm gonna come round here to look at this. Oh, so here are the broths. Look how delicious that looks. That is beautiful. So this is the crab ball going in. Ah, yum. And then some veg. And then the broth. Super stuff. It's really good, this spot. Ah, okay. And then a plate of veg on the side. Okay. 1 second, come in. I'll come back. Oh. Come in. Oh, it's hot. I've got the bowl of noodles in my hand and I'm going to burn my hands off.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Oh, I don't have any fingertips left.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
Alright guys, we've got or noodle soup. Now this looks absolutely delicious. Let me just show you what's in here. We've got those huge pieces of the crab ball, and he has not skimped. Like, let me try and pick this out. Oh, it's slippy. That is absolutely humongous. We've got 2 pieces of that. Look at this. Super soft crab ball. Look at that. And then obviously rice noodles, vegetables, some spring onions, and that nice looking broth. So we'll try this in a second. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks really good. Obviously we've got the veg to pile in. Oh, making a mess here. So we can pile some of this veg in. How much veg you get? You get bean sprouts, you get all kinds. Just kind of put this in and just top up as you go. Before we do anything, let's try the broth. Let's get a soup spoon. Here we go. Oh, got a big black hair in there. That's just the downsides of life sometimes, isn't it? You get over it, we move on. It's happened many a times. Let's try that broth then. It looks super clean. Oh, it's well good. Actually super tasty on its own. Oh, it's really good. So what I'll do is get some lime in there. Always absolutely delicious. Let's get a load of that in. These limes are juicy. And then maybe some chilli, maybe some of the... We've got a few things on the table. I'll show you what we've got. Because what we do here is, most of the time when we're eating noodle soups, we'll make a little side dip. And Leisha's amazing at this, so she'll make it in a second. But I might just throw some of this in. Some like, what are they? Like pickled onions,
Yeah,
like
pickled
sweet.
onions, yeah, like vinegary.
I like to throw these in. I don't know if that's a done thing or not, but it's tasty.
So good, they're kind of sweet. They're like sweet shallots. So first I get this like chili jam kind of stuff, which is so good. I just put a spoon in of that. And then this is like the stuff of dreams. So usually I put like 2 in or 3. But then I keep topping it up as I eat anyway. And then I put a splash of vinegar for the bulk. And then I put a lime in. Get rid of the seeds so you don't swallow the seed.
Seeds can be bitter as well.
Put a full lime in. And then, that's usually it. I don't put fish sauce in because it makes it a bit too salty. Maybe we'll
put a bit of chilli in, yeah.
But maybe not too many because they look a bit salty, those.
That's what you've got to be careful of. Sometimes always taste the stuff on the table, because sometimes it can be super salty and nobody wants that. And there's also shrimp paste, I've just noticed. If you're fancying some funky flavours, there you go. So yeah, Leisha's really good at this, making this dip. I'll show you that. Give it a quick little mix. It's hard to mix because there's so many onions in there. But you can mix it well enough. So let's jump into this noodle soup. Let's get stuck into this then. Looks so good, doesn't it? I mean, we've pimped it up. It's looking delicious. We're gonna have to try that crab ball first. I'm gonna try and break some off with a spoon. And, oh, there we go. If I can get it out. There we have it. Now these are homemade, look super delicious. Try it on its own before we start dunking in the sauce. Cheers. That's well good, super soft. Got that slight crabby taste. Tastes almost like a super soft fish cake. It's just like it's a crab cake. It tastes like a crab cake. Picture that. Then let's try the crab ball dipped into our little homemade sauce. Let's try and get a shallot as well. That looks good. Super delicious. Little dip, spicy, kind of tangy, a little bit sweet, a little bit salty. It's got everything, and that's why it's so good. That's why Vietnamese food is so good. It's got the whole flavour profile. Just try this soup quickly. I won't bore you to death talking about noodle soup for 12 minutes, making you watch me eat noodles, but we'll just try it. It's spring onion. It's really good. When you throw all your veg in, it is really good. Super fresh, as always, but these crab balls are what's making this dish. They are super delicious. So we're going to finish this ball off now, but how legendary is this little noodle shop? I'll just give you a bit of a 360. We've got the little silver tables out, the little chairs. Uncle's over there and he's got all kinds of different stuff. Honestly, he's got loads of different meats, different broths. And in the day, this is I think it's a motorbike garage that just flips by 6 o'clock and it's just a noodle shop. But how cool is this? All the little tables are out. This is like prime Vietnam. It's well good, and we're like on the street. We're on the junction. Yeah, this is Vietnam. So this for me is one of the things that makes Vietnam so special. The street food scene is one of the greatest in the world. The sheer abundance of food, the variety, the quality of the food and the price, you just can't beat it, honestly. You've seen how much there is. We're just at this little junction and there's so much here. This is just one street, not even a street, one street corner. So you can imagine how much food there is in every city, every town in the country. It is ridiculous and we love it. People are always so nice. The street vendors, they're all absolute characters. It is such a place to be. Yeah, we really do like it here.
So what I love about Vietnam is the fact that everyone is so proud of the food that they're selling. Like you see sellers super early in the morning, like 5 a.m. You'll see a granny on the corner preparing like all of the soup or whatever she's selling for the day. And then you'll come out at 10 p.m. and she's doing the exact same thing ready for tomorrow. Like they're so proud of their food. If you go up to a seller and you ask them to show you what's in the dish, they're like, yeah, of course, like you can watch me make this dish. They've got nothing to hide, it's awesome. The food is so fresh and delicious, and it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of time, especially like all the prep that goes into the food that they make. Yeah, it's not lazy and I really appreciate it. It's super hard work.
It's a really good one because some other countries that I'm not going to name, there's a lot of laziness, especially in the street food. Nobody wants to cook these hard old recipes anymore. Everyone wants to cook shitty hot dogs on a stick. So Vietnam is still holding it down as like the one of the ancient champions. Bao nhiêu? 35. Okay. 30. Oh, okay. Cảm ơn rất nhiều. Ngon quá. Cảm ơn. So the crab ball soup was 30k. What a price. It's a huge bowl of noodles, really good. Look at it. What a spot. So we're not done yet. We've had two kind of savoury meals. What should we get next? Something a bit sweet?
I can smell something across the road that looks very appetizing.
Oh!
What do you think?
Oh! I think I can as well. It's coming from over there. Should we see what it is? Should we see what we can smell?
I think we should follow our noses and see what we can find.
Here we go, guys. Something sweet to end the night. Let's get in here. Xin chào, hello. Tôi muốn highly. Yes, highly. Get a glass each. To share. And you'll see when it comes. It's a bit dark under here. We'll try and get under the light for you. Yeah. Again, quintessential Vietnamese street seats. I'm going to be sitting like on the road here. So behind us, you'll notice throughout this entire clip, people will just be driving along on the bikes and ordering this chair, getting like 4 or 5 and then driving off. It's like a drive-through. Now this place is supposedly really good. We have been here before. So we've got our glasses of chair, which is super like typical traditional Vietnamese dessert. Everybody loves it. And I will be lying if I told you I knew what everything in here was. Do you know what anything is?
So I know like most of them. So I think it's coconut milk. This is mung bean paste. We've got a variety of beans, some jelly, coconut cubes and ice. It's actually quite savoury. It's not super sweet.
Yeah, I think that'll be why it is so good, to be honest. So what we've got to do first is mix this all up. So we'll do that now. On the one-handed mix. So you can see there is huge chunks of ice in here. And all those ingredients, look, there's a huge bean in there. Can you see it? Can you see it? So we'll give it a proper mix up. Now this is perfect for this hot weather because it's like 33 degrees here or something damp. So this really cools you down. You can also drink this. It's really strange, it's like a dessert, it's like a drink, it's like everything in one. Che is a mystery to me. So I'll try and give it a go for you. Try and get some of the filling, some ice, some of everything. It's super interesting, right? One sec. It's super cold. I think the fact that it's not overly sweet is what makes it so good. Some bits are sweet, like when you get that mung bean paste, but then when you get like the beans and the jellies, it's not as sweet. It's like a savoury dessert. What do you think?
I really like it. So, I have to admit though, immediately I was a bit like, this is a bit strange, but it's grown on me a lot. It's not really sweet. I think you find that about a lot of desserts in Vietnam. They're not super sweet, and I actually like it. And it is just really refreshing. And it's not trying to be sweet either, like, it's beans, and it's like mung bean paste. It's not like loaded with like loads of artificial crap. So it's actually really good. The ice is strange though, it's like, do I chew the ice? Do I let the ice melt in my mouth? I'm not sure. What do you do with it?
I don't know what you're meant to do, but I just crunch through the ice. That's just how I do it, but maybe I've been doing it wrong. So this is the best bit for me. Kind of when you've eaten half it and you can just kind of drink it when it's melted. It's super cold, really refreshing. I do quite like it. It's a funny one. It grows on you. First time, like Lee said, you're a bit. But then if you just keep having it, flipping loud, isn't it? It's good. While we're talking about quintessential Vietnam, look behind me. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to a bike. That's Vietnam.
He's tiny as well, sandwiched in the middle.
We've got 2 little kids and like 3 people. Oh, just a classic scene. There we go. Let's pay up. Goodbye. Hi, Bon. Okay. Cảm ơn. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Can I have a look at the chair? So I've just come for a quick look at what they put in the chair. So I think this is this coconut milk? Coconut?
Nước dừa, cái đây là nước dừa.
And these are the other ingredients. We got the beans
đậu
and
đen, cái đây đậu đỏ. Cái đây là đậu rang, cái đây là đậu xăm.
okay.
Cái đây là chè bà ba.
Okay, cảm ơn. Okay, so that's everything that goes in. Okay, goodbye, cảm ơn. I don't know half that stuff is. I just wanted to have a look because I've never been for a peek round because they're always so busy. Okay. Alright, there we go guys. Those chai cost us 12k each. So tonight we spent under $5, $2 $50 each. That's impeccable. And I've got one last thing to say. I love how in Vietnam there is like no segregation. Everybody from all walks of life is always eating in these little street food spots. It's really good. You can't not love it. So hope you enjoyed. See you later.